What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. So today I'm going to try to answer the question, which game is better, FIFA 21 or PES 2021? I think I'm the perfect one to make this video, considering I have played both of the games about the same amount of time so far this year. I also make FIFA and PES videos on this channel, so I feel like I have enough opinions and knowledge to make this review and talk to you guys about which game I think is better this year. I'm gonna go through 5 different subjects: licenses, graphics, gameplay, game modes, and also my overall thoughts on which game I think is better. So let's get into it, starting with licenses. We all know that the PES have been struggling to get all of the licenses for the bigger leagues and the bigger teams. In the last couple of years they've gotten a couple of teams such as Juventus, and now exclusive Roma as well. They have an exclusive with Barcelona about their stadium, but you know, just getting a couple of teams is not going to be enough when FIFA literally has so many more leagues. And they've got everything licensed in all of the leagues. They've got all the real trophies, real scoreboards, real footballs, everything like that. And it's not just about having the real teams and stadiums, it's about those real trophies, not generic ones, which obviously makes it feel much more special. So I don't think it really comes as a surprise that the FIFA wins this one. They've got much more licenses, which obviously makes it more appealing as well to buy the game, even though you can get the option files and stuff like that on PES to get the real kits and stuff. Once again, you do not have the proper stadiums, you do not have the proper graphics for the scoreboards and everything like that, trophies, footballs, everything. So yeah, that is obviously a massive loss for PES. I just wish that one day we could have every single license on both games. That would be great, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen, unfortunately. So yeah, this first point goes to FIFA. Next up is a bit of a difficult one, and that is graphics. So yeah, there's a lot of things to say about this one. Both games have their positives, both games have their negatives as well. FIFA runs on the Frostbite game engine, while PES have the bit of outdated Fox engine, which obviously now will be changed when the game returns to next year. There's a couple of things I've always liked more on PES than FIFA, and that is the player faces. I think that they look a bit weird in game on FIFA. They always look angry for some weird reason, and even though they have the access to full 3D face scanning, I overall think that they look more realistic on PES 2021. I also like stadiums more on PES 2021. I think the stadiums is one of my favorite things about the whole game. And before you start up the game, you know, it's important to get into the mood, get some amazing shots of the stadium and the fans, which I think PES have always done a really great job of. Whenever they have a proper license for a real stadium, they really take that to their advantage and yeah, do as much as possible that they can with it. I feel like EA don't do that. However, when it comes to actually playing the game at the football pitch, I can safely say that yeah, it looks more realistic and the graphics are way better on FIFA than PES. For some reason I don't really like the grass on PES. I think it doesn't look exactly realistic. FIFA does a great job of replicating Champions League football, because when that happens the colors are a bit different. You know, regular games, different cup games, World Cups, things like that, it always looks really realistic and similar to what it does in real life. So when it comes to just looking at the football pitch, we can all agree probably that yeah, FIFA is much better. Overall, I think that the PES does a better presentation before the games and also player faces, but when it comes to in-game, I think that the FIFA looks more realistic and the graphics are better when the players are also moving around. So this one was a bit difficult to decide. Both games have their positives, so I'm gonna give it 1 point to each one, but of course this can change a lot next year for the next gen consoles and the new game engine on PES. But for now, 1 point to each team. Let me know what you think about the decision in the comments. Next up is the gameplay, and that is one of the most important things. In a game you want to have great gameplay to be able to play it for a long time, or just not get bored of it, not get mad at it or something. And once again, both games have their positives, both games have some bad things as well. This year on FIFA, the defending in my opinion is much better. It's much more manual, which creates a higher skill gap, and it's more difficult to defend, which I guess is a bit annoying at the beginning, but after a while you get used to it. And in my opinion, I think that's a great change. It's always been like that on PES, guys. It's always been pretty much manual defending, so that's something that I'm very happy about. They've now added to FIFA as well. I'm struggling quite a bit with it at the moment, but once again, after a few weeks you will get used to it, and I think it it's a great change in the long run. Now, in my opinion, I believe that the gameplay has always been more fun for me on PES than FIFA, especially the offline game modes. Haven't done too much online on PES, but I know that already it's gonna be better on FIFA, of course, because believe it or not, these servers are actually better on FIFA than PES. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But when it comes to offline, I've always spent more time on PES's Master League than FIFA's career mode. I really enjoyed the offline gameplay, and overall I think it's more arcadey, it's more fun. I think it is less predictable than FIFA. We all know sometimes crazy things can happen on FIFA, which are very frustrating. And you know, sometimes it's not just about having the best grass or best looking pitch, things like that, best movements. You know, when it comes to the gameplay, you want to have fun, and in my opinion, the gameplay has always been better on PES, even though now it's been very similar, of course, because this year's PES is just a season update similar to last year's. But once again, I still think that the gameplay is a bit more enjoyable on PES, but that is just my opinion. I know that people are gonna think differently, but after playing the game about the same amount of time, I've definitely spent more time in games on PES than FIFA this year so far. But once again, the new additions to FIFA is great with Madden defending. If I made this video last year, I would have 100% said the PES gameplay straight away. This year though, it's a bit closer, but once again, I'm gonna have to go for PES in this one. It just edged it slightly, so in my opinion, the gameplay is a bit better on PES 2021. Next up then is the game mode. So this is obviously very important. Which game has more things to do? Which game are you going to spend more time on? So we cannot ignore the fact that Ultimate Team on FIFA is one of the most popular game modes in the world. Like, if you ask your friends, almost every one of them has played Ultimate Team or is still playing it, even though it's always been crazy expensive to buy packs and stuff. In the last couple of years, they've added more things to be able to actually get things for free, which in my opinion is going in the right direction. FIFA, in my opinion as well, has much more variety and things to do. They've just got in general better game modes. They've got more of them. I think that the only game mode on the PES that is better is the Become a Legend, which is basically the My Player, which I think is awful on FIFA. They need to do more on that. It's got so much great potential, but to make Become a Legend is really great. I almost think that the career mode is better on PES as well, but this year they've added some great new additions to the one on FIFA, things that they were missing and have been added, which are awesome. So the career mode this year looks really great on FIFA, and yeah, all in all, there's more things to do. Whenever you play FIFA, you're gonna always spend more time on it than when you are playing on PES. So yeah, in my opinion, a lot more variety, a lot more things to do, and yeah, just much more enjoyable game modes. I don't think that's a massive surprise, to be honest. So at this point, it goes straight to FIFA. So what is my overall thoughts? Well, basically, this year's PES is very similar to last year's game, because obviously it's just a season update. They also released the game at a very affordable price. I think it only was like $20 or $30, so it was not full price. They added a couple of new things in game. The gameplay feels a bit different, added some new celebrations, new managers, but once again, it's pretty much the exact same game as the last year, PES 2020. FIFA though, they've added a lot of new things, even with a whole pandemic going on. There's been so much new things added to this year's game, which is amazing to see, but to be honest, that doesn't really tell me that there's going to be too many changes when the game upgrades to next gen. I think it's pretty much going to be the same new features, and maybe a couple new celebrations, and of course better graphics as well. But I think that overall next year, when it comes out to next gen, I think that yeah, the overall changes are going to be much more bigger to PES. We're going to feel a massive change because of the new game engine as well. So if you're a massive PES fan watching this video and pretty mad that the FIFA, in my opinion, I think is better this year. Last year, if it would have been PES 100%, I would have thought that PES 2020 was much better than FIFA 20. But this year, with the new changes and the fact that PES is quite similar, FIFA takes this one. Once again though, you still have so much to look forward to next year with the next gen consoles. We need a football game that can challenge FIFA, that can challenge them for licenses, that can challenge them you know, for the online modes as well. You know, even though that the PES have the My Club mode, it's obviously not as popular as the Ultimate Team one. It's quite popular on mobile though, but once again, it's more people know about Ultimate Team, and it's yeah, just a much more wider global audience. And if there's even more changes to FIFA when it comes out to next gen, then yeah, it's gonna be difficult to beat. But I'm very excited to see how the new games are gonna be in just a few months. But that is all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about the video. Drop a like, subscribe as well. I want to read all of your comments about this. If you have played both games, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because yeah, once again, you'll have to play both games to pretty much understand this year which one is better. Spend some time on both games, and yeah, let me know in the comment section which one you prefer. But that is all for now. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more. Stay stay tuned for a lot of videos coming up on the channel, and yeah, have a great weekend. I'll see you hopefully again very soon. Peace out.